Hello there. We're back again, and I wanted to let you know that the previous computer that I was working on in the previous two videos came to be more complicated than I anticipated. So what I've done is I've found this system, which is a DELL L667R computer, and it works really well. And so what I intend to do is fix this one up for the client. As you can see, I've already started doing some work with it. I've taken out the memory and the hard drive from the other computer, and I'd like to show you what the memory chip looks like. So let me get this moved out of the way. This is the power supply for this computer, and as you can see, it's a lot larger than the other power supply. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so that you can hopefully see the memory chip that I inserted. And if you can, through the wires, that long strip, it looks like a PC card. This device right here, where my finger is, right here, that's the memory chip. In fact, let me pull it out, and that way you can see it a lot better. All it does is just snap in and snap out. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out, and that way I could show it to you. Okay, there's the chip. That's a memory chip, and that is a 256 mega RAM chip. That means it will hold 256 megabytes of temporary information, and all that means is characters and storage. Megabytes means storage in millions. That means millions and millions of characters. Could be numbers, letters, images, sound, you name it. Now, the one thing about this is that when you have a memory chip like this, yes, it does store, but it only stores when the computer is on. When it's turned off, all that information is gone. So therefore, anything that you have stored in the memory chip like this is gone after the computer's turned off. I just turned it around so you can see the other side of it. And this is the sticker that they usually put on these kind of chips. I don't know if I can get this in close enough so you can see. Like I say, the camera I'm using has an autofocus, so it's very hard to do close-ups, but you get the idea of what the chip looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and insert it back into the computer, so then we can go ahead and finish the job by making this system work. So now what I got to do is I got to find the slots where the chip goes, and I'm trying not to get in the way so that you can see me put it in here. In fact, let me zoom the camera back again so that it's not so close. There we are. That's a little bit better. Now maybe you can get a better view of what I'm doing here. Now, if you can't see it, what I'm actually going to do is guide the chip into the slot where it's supposed to go, and then very carefully push it in until it locks in place. And the thing you have to remember is you have to make sure that it lines up with the two white clips. Okay, there's one click. That means one side is in. And now we're going to try to get the other side in. And apparently... Okay. Apparently I got it in backwards. And the good thing about that is that these chips will only go in one way, so that way you don't cause any damage to them. So if they don't go in the one way, put them in the other way. And that time there were 2 clicks when I did it. So that means it's in there secure. Now I'll go ahead and resume the camera. And if you see on the bottom there, those are those clips that I was talking about that the chip has to go in. One of the clips is still expanded because there's no chip in there. And that reminds me that I can put in another chip if need be. But the operating system I'm going to put on here will run very, very efficiently on 256 megs of RAM. And I'm going to put in an operating system called Windows Millennium. It's a very good operating system for Windows. Being that this is a 666 megahertz computer, that's the speed of the CPU, the processor, XP might run a little bit slow. So I have an OEM Millennium disk that I'm going to put in here, because the disk came with this computer when I got it. So that's all there is to it in putting the memory chip in. Now the next thing I'm going to put in is the hard drive.